Hello, my name's Phil Novell. I'm the founder of sashwindowschool.com, and today we're going to show you how to free up a painted shut stuck sash window in some really easy steps. Right, so first up, what you need to do is you need to get yourself a Stanley knife, utility knife, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to try and break the paint seals between the beading and the sashes themselves. Now, generally when a window gets painted, painters generally load the paint into the grooves where the sash meets the staff bead. So if it's lightly painted shut, this is going to do the trick straight away. So what we need to do is, with our knife, we need to score the joint between the staff bead and the sash itself down that side, all the way down this side, and then we're going to score across the bottom. There. So you may need to do this a few times depending on how thick the paint is. Now sometimes you can see the paint has like welded this shut. So we're just going to keep going, keep scoring, keep scoring. Be careful, you don't want to score the sash itself with the paint. So once that's done, in an ideal world, if it's just a lower sash painted shut, this is going to help you out. So you're going to just try and bang it with the palms of your hands, not too hard because obviously you've got glass in there, and hopefully it will just free it up. In an ideal world, that's going to happen, right? But we know that that might not be the case. So if you've done all that a few times and it's still not working, next little trick is to get a chisel or a screwdriver or something like that, and then in these joints where the sash sits in here, just give that a bit of a tap and a rock, because the paint might be sealed from the outside. Now if you're up high, you're not going to be able to get to the outside. So what I'll show you is this window works, right? Obviously that's quite annoying for you because your window doesn't. But there's another paint seal that you need to score. So if you're on the ground floor, this bead in here, where it sits up against the lower sash on the outside, you're going to have to score that with a knife if you're on ground floor, if you're working off a ladder. But obviously if you're up high, you won't be able to do that. So we just have to pray that this is going to work. So like I said, on either side, we're just going to stick our chisel down the side, move the cord out of the way, and just kind of rock it, and hopefully that will break the seal on the outside as well. Right, so if that doesn't work, the easy way, we're going to have to go in a little bit deeper. So we're going to have to take the staff bead off and try and get this sash, break the seal from the inside, right? But everything I'm explaining here today, I've put in a PDF, right? So it's like a downloadable PDF. It's in the link below this video. It's totally free. And it's got like a checklist and like steps where you just tick them off. So we'll go through this section first, scoring the staff bead. If that doesn't work, we move on to the next bit. So it's a good resource to have, totally free. Download it to your phone, print it out, bring it with you while you're trying to do your window. Right, so this doesn't work. It hasn't worked. It's welded shut, right? So the next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the staff bead off. So in an ideal world, mine's a demonstration box that we use to teach our apprentices, right? So it's all working lovely. So with your knife, you're going to score down the staff bead to break the paint seal. And then you're going to get a chisel in there and you're going to ease it off. Now mine just comes off really easy because obviously it's a demo box. We do both sides. And in an ideal world, we'll try this first, but you might have to take the bottom staff bead off as well. So this is the next trick, right? So it won't budge. It won't budge at all, yeah? So we're going to get our chisel and put it just in that join there between the top sash and the bottom sash. And we're going to give it a tap with a hammer, but gently, just simply because if you do it hard, again, we've got glass in there. So we're going to give it a tap with a hammer. And you might hear like a crack, like a break of the paint seal, and we just give that an ease out. And then we do it on the other side, tap, 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 give it an ease out, and hopefully that will break the seal. Once that's done, you might have to, in fact, if we take the staff bead off the bottom of the sash, you might have to just go there lightly underneath the sash and give that an ease up, and that should break that seal as well. Just be careful there, you don't want to damage the timber. Yeah. Right, so now for the top sash. A little bit more difficult. Obviously, we've got the bottom one open now. We're going to have to score the beading from the other side, which means leaning out through the window, which is fine, just be careful. But I'm going to take the camera around the other side now It's a little bit cramped in my workshop because I've got loads of windows that needed to be fitted and they're just everywhere, so I'm just have to squeeze the camera around there. Right, here I am. I'm leaning out the window. Obviously, we've got the lower sash open now. So this is if I'm inside the window. I'm going to lean out and we're going to try and get this top sash working. So what we need to do is we need to break the seal of the paint that's sticking the window between the upper sash where it joins the outside frame. So we're just going to do like we did with the lower sash. We're going to score that down there multiple times. We're going to have to score the head as well. So where the upper sash meets the outside line in there, we're going to score it there, and we're going to go down both sides and just do that quite a few times to break that seal. And hopefully you give it a bit of a bang and it should come down. I mean, obviously this isn't painted shut, so it has come down. If it doesn't come down, do that scoring process a few more times. Little trick, get your chisel, and in that join there, just give it a bit of a bang and a wiggle either side, and it should break the seal left and right. So we've done the front seal, left and right seal. If that doesn't work and it still doesn't come down, you might have to go back inside. We'll show you back inside and score where the parting bead meets the sash. It's probably where they've painted it on the inside. So let's go back inside. We're back inside. So we've scored the outside and it's still a bit stiff, the top sash, and we can't get it working. So what we might need to do is we're going to get our utility knife again and we're going to score the joint between the upper sash and the parting bead. Because if it's been painted on the inside, they'll have loaded it in there, so that could be a sticking point as well. So we're going to score that down there on both sides. We've scored the outside, so we're going to score the top as well. This could be a real sticking point. Multiple times again with your Stanley knife, get all them joints, Then hopefully the sash itself will come down. If it doesn't come down, we can get our chisel with the hammer and just lightly try and break the seal at the top. Don't want to damage the timber, so be very careful. You can put like a filling knife in there just to protect the timber, and generally just give them a few taps and that should come down. And there you have it, 2 sashes freed up, easy. Remember, download the PDF and it gives you all the tips and tricks.